let's get right into it. Number 8. The relationship wrecker. So you're having a perfect moment with someone you love. Everything is peaceful. They're looking at you with those loving eyes. Suddenly you get this overwhelming urge to say the one thing that would destroy everything. That one sentence that would turn your relationship into Hiroshima. The thought hits you like a truck. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and suddenly you're fighting your own mouth. This happens because your brain has something called the ironic process theory. When you try really hard not to think about something, your brain automatically monitors for that exact thought. The better your relationship is going, the stronger these thoughts get. Your brain evolved to constantly scan for threats to things you value. One theory is that losing your partner in ancient times meant losing protection and resources, so your mind runs disaster scenarios like a fire drill. It's testing your self-control and making sure you won't accidentally sabotage yourself. The thought feels so real because your brain is literally rehearsing what not to do. These thoughts are actually a sign that you care deeply about the relationship. Your brain is basically keeping you in check by showing you the worst possible option. The more horrified you are by the thought, the less likely you are to act on it. Number 7. The public outburst. You're at a dead quiet library. Everyone around you is studying like their life depends on it. The silence is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and then it hits you. This primal urge to just stand up and scream. You want to shatter that silence like the Hulk through a window. Your heart starts pounding, your throat tightens, and you can literally feel the scream building up. It's like being a human grenade with the pin halfway pulled. This is your brain dealing with the tension of social suppression. When you're forced to be quiet and still, pressure builds up inside you. It's the same reason kids fidget in class, because humans aren't designed to be statues. Your brain interprets forced silence as restriction. The longer you suppress natural impulses like talking or moving, the stronger the urge to break free becomes. It's like holding your breath. Eventually, you have to breathe. Libraries are basically psychological pressure cookers. Everyone's fighting the same battle against their own impulses. You can feel the collective tension of everyone trying to be perfectly quiet. Humans are naturally social and noisy creatures. Forcing ourselves into complete silence creates a rebellion in our minds. The urge to scream is your mind's way of saying, "This is unnatural." Number 6. The skill wipe. You're driving somewhere you could get to with your eyes closed. Then boom. What if I suddenly forgot how to drive right now? Your hands death grip the steering wheel. You're suddenly hyper-aware of every single movement. Wait, which pedal stops the car again? This happens because you have two different memory systems. There's explicit memory, which are facts you can explain, and implicit memory, which are things your body just knows how to do. Driving uses implicit memory, like riding a bike or tying shoes. This memory lives in a different part of your brain than conscious thoughts. When you try to consciously access implicit memories, you literally can't find them. It's like trying to explain how you balance on a bicycle. You know how to do it, but you can't describe it in words. Your conscious mind and muscle memory speak completely different languages. Athletes call this choking. When they overthink their movements, they literally forget how to perform. A basketball player might miss free throws just from thinking too hard about their form. The skill isn't actually gone. Your conscious mind is just blocking the automatic pathways. Stop thinking about it and your body remembers perfectly. Number 5. The forbidden touch. There it is. A hot stove with that angry red coil glowing. Your brain whispers, "Touch it." You know it will hurt, but your hand starts moving like it is possessed. This urge is called the imp of the perverse. Edgar Allan Poe wrote about it because even back then, everyone experienced it. It is the voice that tells you to do exactly what you shouldn't. Your brain has two systems fighting each other. The ancient part sees something interesting and wants to explore. The newer part knows it is dangerous and tries to stop you. This mental tug-of-war creates the feeling of compulsion. One theory suggests curious ancestors who carefully tested dangers survived better, but modern humans know better, creating this internal conflict. Young children have a harder time resisting these urges. Their frontal lobe, which controls impulses, is still developing. This is why toddlers explore dangerous things. Their curiosity is stronger than their understanding of risk. The urge gets stronger the more dangerous something looks. Edges of cliffs, moving machinery, electrical outlets. Your brain is magnetically drawn to anything that could hurt you. It is not that you want to hurt yourself. Your brain is wrestling between ancient curiosity and modern safety knowledge. The intrusive thought is just the echo of that internal battle. Number 4. The career suicide. You're zoning out in another work meeting. Your boss is explaining quarterly reports nobody cares about. Then your brain loads the nuclear option. What if I just told everyone exactly what I think? Your pulse spikes as you imagine yourself standing up. The adrenaline rush hits before you even move. Your brain is practically chanting, "Do it, be a legend." This happens because of boredom and understimulation. When your brain isn't engaged, it starts creating its own entertainment. It generates wild scenarios just to feel something interesting. Workplace meetings are perfect breeding grounds for these thoughts. You're forced to sit still, stay quiet, and pretend to care. Your understimulated brain rebels by imagining the most dramatic thing possible. The more professional you have to act, the wilder your thoughts can become. It's like compressing a spring. The pressure builds until something has to give. Your mind creates an outlet through fantasy rebellion. Jobs that require constant emotional suppression can make these thoughts more intense. When you spend all day suppressing your true feelings, your mind generates wild scenarios. It's a mental pressure release valve for all that pent-up authenticity. Your brain is basically writing fan fiction about your own life. It's exploring what would happen if you were a completely different person. The thoughts feel real because your brain processes imagination and intention in similar ways. Number 3, the inappropriate laugh. Picture this. You're at your uncle's funeral. The priest says something like, "He loved his garden gnomes more than life itself." That's when disaster strikes. The forbidden giggle starts rising. You're biting your tongue so hard you taste copper. Your shoulders are shaking. Tears are streaming down your face, and not from grief. This is called nervous laughter, and it's actually a survival mechanism. Your brain can only handle so much emotional intensity before it needs to reset. Laughter and crying are surprisingly similar. They use many of the same facial muscles and overlapping brain pathways. When emotions get overwhelming, your wires get crossed. The brain sometimes picks the wrong emotional expression. It's like your emotional DJ accidentally playing party music at a funeral. This happens most to people with high empathy. The more you feel others' pain, the more your brain needs escape routes. Inappropriate laughter is literally an emergency exit for overwhelming feelings. Surgeons and emergency workers develop this as a coping mechanism. They call it gallows humor, and it keeps them sane. Without it, the constant exposure to tragedy would break them. The harder you try to stop it, the worse it gets. Suppressing laughter creates physical pressure in your chest. Your body interprets this as suffocation and fights back even harder. Number 2, the secret spiller. You're sitting at the dinner table with relatives. Everything's peaceful for once. Then your brain loads the torpedo. What if I just announced Dad's secret bankruptcy? Your mouth starts tingling. The words are literally trying to escape. It feels like the secret is physically pushing against your teeth. Secrets create actual physical tension in your body. Keeping them requires constant mental effort, like holding a beach ball underwater. Your brain treats secrets like heavy objects you're carrying around. Research shows the average person keeps 13 secrets at any given time. 5 of them are so serious they've never told anyone. Each secret requires mental energy to maintain. Your brain releases stress hormones when holding secrets. This is why confession feels so good. It's literally a physical relief. Catholics figured this out centuries ago with the confession booth. Secrets become harder to keep when you're tired or stressed. Family gatherings create the perfect storm of both. Your depleted willpower plus captive audience equals danger. The urge to spill peaks right after someone says something hypocritical. Your brain sees an opportunity for justice and loads the truth bombs. It's your inner vigilante wanting to restore balance. The tingling in your mouth is real. Blood flow increases to your tongue and lips when you're about to speak. Your body is literally preparing to release the secret. Number 1, the big red button. Walking down a hallway and there it is. That fire alarm just sitting there, practically begging you to pull it. You know it'll cause chaos, but your hand is already reaching. This obsession with forbidden buttons is universal. Every culture, every person, every age group feels it. There's something primal about buttons that hijacks our brains. Red makes it worse because red means important to our primitive brain. Throughout evolution, red meant blood, fire, danger, or ripe fruit. Our ancestors who paid attention to red things survived better. Buttons trigger what's called affordance. When you see a button, your brain automatically prepares to push it. The motor neurons fire before your conscious mind even decides. This is why toddlers push every button they see. They haven't developed the override system yet. Their brains are running on pure see-button, push-button programming. Modern society is basically torture for our button-pushing instincts. We're surrounded by buttons we're not supposed to touch. Elevators, crosswalks, emergency stops. It's an obstacle course of temptation. The urge gets stronger in buildings you don't own. Your brain knows there won't be consequences at home. But that museum emergency button? That's foreign territory where chaos could happen. Trying not to think about it makes it worse. Your brain can't process negatives directly. Don't push the button becomes button in your mind. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.